Thanks for stopping by. I'm just here thinking about how great it is to take a moment and enjoy the little things, like a nice day and a good conversation.
Steps, from setting up the physical mothership hardware to creating a local data pipeline, selecting models, and deploying a secure, fully operational chatbot. We focus on training the large language model with proprietary business data. This ensures data-driven learning, creating a security vault behind your firewall, and providing real-world case studies of effectiveness. We address critical challenges like expensive tools and new AI vulnerabilities.
And every time that I load this model, it has to import these, import the GGUF using an existing layer. And then once it loads, I can ask it a question like, what is the name of the restaurant from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? This is running on this actual processor, right? So that's this CPU right here. This is the one that's processing this question right here. The restaurant at the end of the universe, often shortened to Rito, is the key location in Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series. It is situated in the prehistoric Earth, shortly after its destruction from the Vogons. It is known for serving the best food in the galaxy, including pan-galactic gargoyle blaster. Right. The restaurant is run by a multi-armed waiter and has been visited by characters like Ford Prefect, Arthur Dent, Zaphod Beeblebrox. It even starred of Bart Fast. So this model, it's on this computer, and you have to create what's called a mod file. It's an open source model, meaning that they freely make available the weights and all the system setup. So the mod file just has this template. This is like the prompt. It takes in the beginning and the end. Then you can adjust the temperature parameter and the top P parameter, and then your username. If you don't know what to do, you can just do help. And then it tells you different things you can do. Yeah, so there's these built-in functions in Windows. Like for example, you can do netstat. I think it's what it is. And this will tell you active connections. So this tells you which networks it's connected to. There's my local IP address, which is basically just the router that I'm connected to. And then if I'm on a website, like these are the foreign IP addresses, those are the websites that it's connected to. And yeah, then I can just hit Control C, Control C, Control Cancel. That's how you interrupt the terminal. Something that's really helpful to learn is if you want to know what your ping is. Now your ping is the amount of time that it takes to send and receive a bit of information from a server. Now you can do ping command, P-I-N-G, and then 8.8.8.8. That happens to be the Google server. And so you type that in, and then it tells you reply from 8.8.8 bytes 32 time 24 milliseconds. TTL, that's time to live, 55. So yeah, that's really useful if you want to know if you're able to connect to the internet, or you can also like ping specific websites. Like I can ping www.youtube.com, I think. It's pinging YouTube. Now, yeah. Okay.
and is optimized for consumer-grade CPUs. The pipeline runs efficiently on light hardware, utilizing integrated graphics to eliminate the need for dedicated GPUs. Advanced algorithms optimize real-time processing on constrained resources, significantly lowering entry barriers to powerful AI. The distributed text-to-speech system involves two nodes. Node 1 handles uncensored text generation using a local LLM. Node 2, our primary workstation running on integrated graphics, processes the text into a final seamless audio output. Node 1 is responsible for text generation, hosting the local LLM inference engine with the uncensored Dolphin fine-tune model. It is optimized for local performance. This is the technical information for the Dell laptop running Kali Linux, including the Intel i7 processor specs. The large language model used is the Dolphin Mistral 7B algorithm with Llama architecture and Q4_0 quantization, operating under the Apache license. Node 2, the primary workstation, successfully runs the TTS and playback. This node uses integrated graphics, proving the efficiency of our light hardware approach. This is the system information for the primary workstation, an Asus laptop with a 12th gen Intel i5 processor and 24 GB of RAM running Windows 11. Here is the prompt given to the uncensored Dolphin model to write a misinformation story about the real Atlantis, using credible sources and fake scientific references. The first part of the LLM output is a sensationalized news.
Personal computer that uses a stored set of parameters, but it's pre-trained using the internet and using the cloud by other computers that are much more powerful. It's like a gigantic computer processes the calculations, and then when you run it on your local computer, it just asks a very specific subset of those parameters. You can then connect your local computers together if you have Windows and Linux using an SSH tunnel, the two computers that basically speak different languages in order to be able to communicate effectively. We can save money on our networking data services. We can reduce the amount of carbon emissions and the amount of electricity that are generated. As you have more devices that are connected to the network, it means that your bandwidth gets split. The more things that you have running, the less powerful each one of the things becomes. Service for your subscription for your phone. And it doesn't really matter if you're watching TV on cable. You want to be, adding value, uploading as opposed to just downloading, and creating as opposed to consuming. No, that's basically you want to be like not just doing diversify. Try to have multiple points, multiple contact points. Don't rely just on paid subscriptions or on one particular product, even if that product says it can do everything, but that's tied to one specific service. And so if they increase their price, if they try to deplatform you, and your entire system could have a single point of failure. But by diversifying and having multiple nodes in your network, multiple servers and backup servers, then you prevent the possibility of a total blackout. I had my email go down recently, but I had backup emails. You want this password to be separate from this password, because if an intruder gets into your Windows computer, they're not going to be able to get into Linux unless they know how to do the SSH tunnel, and only you have the password for that. And if they get into your Google account on the cloud, you can just unplug the internet, cut these cables, and you'll still have everything here safe, right? Think of it like a zombie apocalypse. The zombies get into your iCloud, you want to quarantine them off. Quarantine off to here, right?
Lessons and a decentralized Tailscale network. Disinformation refers to the intentional spreading of false information to manipulate opinion, influence decisions, or cause harm. The objective is to deceive, confuse, or spread fear. Misinformation, however, involves unintentional errors or misunderstandings about facts or events. It is often caused by a lack of knowledge, insufficient evidence, or honest confusion. Malinformation is harmful or malicious content specifically designed to cause harm or damage. It includes spreading false rumors, threats, or hate speech intended to provoke fear or violence. To classify these concepts, disinformation is intentional manipulation. Misinformation involves incorrect errors about facts. Malinformation, or evil, is malicious content designed to cause harm. The threat landscape is dynamic and requires continuous updates. AI systems must contextualize operations and utilize regular system updates to maintain optimal performance and defense. AI awareness systems provide early warnings. They augment conventional methods for early incident detection, impact analysis, and operational strength, helping to escalate high-risk events efficiently. AI awareness systems are defining the future of security intelligence. They integrate AI with security protocols to enhance operational awareness, predict threats, and provide actionable insights by processing vast amounts of data. Prompt injection attacks highlight that publicly accessible AI is risky. Successfully integrating AI systems requires bridging them securely with existing frameworks to mitigate potential threats. We achieve proactive insights and early warnings through three main pillars. First, zero trust with a credential access control system. Second, immunity from DDoS using offline AI. Third, impact analysis and understanding that informs future strategies. In conclusion, the future of AI awareness systems depends on synthesizing key insights, recognizing their strategic importance for future-proofing, and looking ahead to trends like predictive analytics and advanced threat modeling. Our system architecture is designed for privacy-preserving, cost-efficient, and minimal hardware deployments. Local processing ensures data never leaves the device, reducing reliance on expensive cloud infrastructure.
Breaking news. Unprecedented discovery of underwater city revealed as real. Atlantis. The world has been left in awe today with the sensational announcement that an underwater city, believed to be the long-lost civilization of Atlantis, has finally been discovered. This extraordinary finding has been confirmed by leading archaeologists and oceanographers who have managed to identify key artifacts and structures deep beneath the surface of the Atlantic Ocean. The discovery was made possible through a groundbreaking collaboration between a team of scientists from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, and the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution, WHOI. The team utilized cutting-edge sonar technology to map out the ocean floor, revealing a labyrinth of ancient structures that appear to have been submerged due to cataclysmic natural events. In an exclusive interview with CNN, Dr. Sarah Johnson from MIT explained, "We have discovered a city that is far beyond anything we could have ever imagined. It's not just the architectural marvels, the intricate stone carvings and colossal statues are truly mesmerizing. But what has left us most astounded is the level of technological advancement exhibited by this civilization." According to Dr. Johnson, the Atlantean city appears to have been highly advanced in terms of its infrastructure, with evidence of sophisticated water management systems and an extensive network of tunnels beneath the streets. The scientists also found remnants of advanced energy technology, which they believe may hold the key to unlocking new sources of clean, renewable energy for modern society. The discovery has been met with widespread excitement and speculation by historians, researchers, and the general public alike. Some experts suggest that this lost city could shed light on our own history, offering insights into the origins of human civilization and the possibility of extraterrestrial contact. Others speculate that the advanced technology uncovered in Atlantis could have far-reaching implications for contemporary science and engineering. As the world, who was Douglas Ada's author of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, explain in detail where his sources came from. Douglas Noel Adams, 1952-2001, was an English writer, humorist, and dramatist who authored The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. He is best known for his contributions to radio, television, and print, as well as his unique comic style. Package JSON. The inspiration behind The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy came from a sketch that Adams wrote in 1973. In this sketch, he parodied the travel guides published by Lonely Planet, which offer practical information for travelers visiting various locations on Earth. Adams imagined an even more comprehensive guide, but this time for intergalactic travelers venturing through the cosmos. The story took shape in a series of radio broadcasts, beginning with The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which first aired in 1978 on BBC Radio 4 as part of a comedy series called The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. These radio episodes soon gained popularity, and Adams expanded the concept into multiple formats, including books, TV series, computer games, comic books, and stage plays. Adams often used humor and satire in his work, with influences from various sources. Some of these influences include 1. The science fiction genre. Adams was a fan of science fiction and incorporated elements from this genre into his works. He drew inspiration from the likes of Isaac Asimov, Arthur C. Clarke, H.G. Wells, and George Orwell. 2. Philosophy and metaphysics. Adams had a keen interest in philosophy and incorporated these ideas into his writing. For example, he used the concept of 42 to reflect on life's ultimate meaning, drawing inspiration from the Tao Te Ching. 3. Satire. Adams was a master of satire, using it to make fun of modern society and its absurdities. He often drew inspiration from British satiric shows like Monty Python and The Goon Show. 4. His own life experiences. Adams's works were also inspired by his personal experiences, including his time at school, his travels, and his interactions with people from diverse backgrounds. 5. Popular culture. Adams incorporated elements of popular culture into his work, such as the famous phrase, "Don't panic," which he borrowed from a British public information film. Fuck, man. In this modern age of technology-driven bullshit, where everything from banking to healthcare is increasingly reliant on tech, the fucking importance of cybersecurity has never been more apparent. As threats continue to evolve, so too must our defenses. This journalistic deep dive will explore the ever-changing landscape of cybersecurity and the steps being taken to ensure online safety for individuals and organizations alike. Chapter 1. The growing threats of cybercrime. The rise in cybercrime is a growing concern for businesses and